This program is about unsolved mysteries. Whenever possible, the actual family members and police officials have participated in recreating the events. What you're about to see is not a news broadcast. A zipline adventure turns tragic when safety measures fail. A scenic helicopter ride ends abruptly due to a deadly malfunction. An apparition of a rabbit haunts a local pet store. A graffiti artist falls victim to a fatal accident with a grappling hook. A car accident leaves more questions than answers. And a drowning incident in shallow water makes police suspect foul play. Next on Battlefield Hardline Unsolved Mysteries. The shortest distance between 2 points is a line, and in this case, the path to tragic death is a zip line. Instead of having fun, the Zipline Adventures Company is now under investigation with intense media scrutiny because a vacationer died under their watch. Of course it's a pretty white girl. If it was anyone else, the media wouldn't give a shit. Records of inspection were sparsely kept, and the zip lining was done after hours with the potential for alcohol and drugs being involved. The company is attempting to absolve themselves by using the excuse that a waiver was signed. However, repeatedly violating basic safety isn't good for the ziplining business as a whole. Pressure has been put on this company to take the fall for the rest of the tourism to stay in business and continue to be prosperous. If you have any information about this case, please leave it down in the comments section. It sure was a scene after this helicopter ride went awry for a wealthy businessman flying over a lush forest. The black box has yet to be recovered. However, speculation is rampant that this crash was meant to look like an accident and was really a homicide, given that the pilot's body was found nowhere near the rubble, insinuating an ejection much earlier than the impact of crash. Competition is fierce in capitalism, so perhaps this was an easy way for a rival company to tip the odds, and the helicopter apparently, in their favor. While it was labeled a scenic ride, considering that the head developer of land for an upcoming project was the only other person aboard the helicopter other than the pilot and the businessman, it's obvious that this was a business trip to seal a deal on new development. If you have any information about this case, please leave it down in the comments section. While not as scary as the rabbit in Monty Python's Holy Grail, a ghastly apparition of a rabbit has been haunting a local pet store. This pet store was originally across the street from the current location, but they moved when an electrical fire burned down the building, including killing most of the animals that were in there. The store had a lone bunny, which ironically was orphaned from a home fire that killed the original owner. While the supposed ghost is yet to be captured on the plethora of in-store cameras, silly scenes of people freaking out over nothing have been going viral on YouTube. This has been both good and bad for business as it attracted attention of ghost seekers, but sales and adoptions are down due to guilty by association, kind of like how idiots don't adopt black cats because of superstitions. If you have any information on this case, please leave it down in the comments section. Ever wonder how come there's graffiti in the most random of places? No, it's not an extra long roller arm or a giant selfie stick. Someone's really got to get their ass up there. A famed artist died from a long fall after the grappling hook rope that he was using snapped unexpectedly. However, the forensic evidence seems to contradict the accident angle, as the rope appears to not have frayed as you would expect in a normal unravel due to weight, but it looks sliced thin as if someone from above did not want the artist to step on his territory, or someone wanted to reenact the famous Home Alone treehouse scene. Police are looking into the current graffiti on the water tower for clues and for suspects, but with how many signatures are on it, it might be hard to nail down just one person. If you have any information on this case, please leave it down in the comments section. Drag racing has become a huge phenomenon ever since those terrible Fast and Furious movies, and this has its negative side effects. A prominent underground racer was found dead with his car ablaze recently. While widely being reported as the driver losing control during one of these races, investigators have have found several interesting clues that say otherwise. The lack of tire marks near the scene, only on the driver's underpants actually, the damage to the car on the opposite side of where a railing would have impacted the car if it was a crash, and the fact that the car fire was started from neither the engine nor the gas tank leads some to suspect that this is more of a hit and run setup to look like an accident. With everyone scattering like roaches at the slightest inclination of police, eyewitnesses are zilch, and cameras at a nearby gas station did not capture any evidence. However, inventory was off, leading them to suspect someone grabbed some gasoline to torch the car from the outside. If you have any information about this case, please leave it down in the comments section. Come on in, the water's fine, except for this unfortunate boat maintenance worker. He was repairing a hoverboat, aka Redneck's jet ski, when he suddenly drowned in knee-high water. I guess the mechanic left his swimmies at home for this job. Police investigating this obviously suspect foul play, however clues are sparse since the boat that he was working on was found sunk at the bottom of the nearest ocean days later. Apparently the hoverboat was registered to the grandmother of a drug kingpin, thus making it obvious that the repairman had found some things on the boat that he wasn't supposed to have and was silenced because of it. However, forensics claim that the drowning could be legit due to the abundance of carbon monoxide from exhaust fumes in his system when the body was pulled from the water, and he could have passed out then subsequently drowned. If you have any information about this or any of the cases presented today, please leave it down in the comments section and maybe you can help solve a mystery.